Hi, this is Hot Rod at Transformers Island Online. I'm doing a review of Energon Scorponok. He's a Scorpion kind of industrial sort of digger. In this mode, this is how he comes packaged. He's really impressive. He's as you can see, he's pretty big. I guess this would be around a Voyager class. This, I don't think they were doing the classes back then, but I think this is where he would fit in. As I said, he's a big kind of industrial digger that just happens to look like a scorpion. The level of detailing on this figure is absolutely incredible. You can just see for yourself the amount of light piping and grooves and detailing all up along here. He's got gears and pistons here on his claws. There's actually weathering in some of the grooves, and the weathering is unique on both sides. Like, it's completely different on one side as it is to the other. He's got the treads along the side with scoops underneath, the big tail over the top, which has a hook. The hook is actually hinged so you can take it in and out. And just the tail then over the arch, it's just really kick-ass looking toy in this mode. Just fantastic looking. Just big, heavy, bulky, great weathering, great paint scheme, great design on him. The arms do move in and out, and you can open and close the claws a little bit. You can actually see there, if you open and close the claw, the pistons move. And that's it. He's just really kick-ass looking. Colour scheme, it's not traditional kind of Scorponok, but there are elements of Scorponok to it. Obviously he's got the green on the tail, orange here, orange there, and on the ladder. Orange on the front of the claws with a kind of dusty brown sort of weathering. Orange on the scoops and on these arm pieces here. Then you've got this kind of beige sort of colour here on the pistons and gears. Beige up there with this blue kind of here for the cockpit. There's an extension of the cockpit there on the back. That blue is carried over onto these weapons here, which move. And on there on the inside, then there's a kind of a weathered sort of grey-black sort of colour here along the front and on the claw there. The hook is a solid black kind of glossy colour. Black on these little sort of pincers here, or these little sort of teeth. And then he's kind of, to fill it all out, then there's gold on the grill and on the kind of area up here. And then you've got a lot of translucent yellow, which runs the kind of course of the body on these kind of stabber knives there. On the inside of his claw, where there's these fire missiles, the actual chamber there is the translucent yellow. Up here along these cannons on the windscreen, which is translucent also, and then on these little hooks at the back and these pipings here. These actually turn into guns. It's for, you put a minicon on here and slide this back, but you can do it by hand anyway. So I'll just show you that feature again. He's got these kind of snap out kind of guns there. There you go. Really little cool feature that you can just use, and that can be deployed in all variations of him. Well, I say all variations of him. He comes in. Oh, this is actually what's really something that was really cool. I wanted to show you. He's got an embossed Decepticon logo on the top here of the canopy, which is just fantastic. It's way better than Tampo. Just running your finger over that, it's just really good, and it's purple. There's some purple there. So he does have elements of his original G1 namesake there. He's a triple changer. He turns from the Scorpion into a jet. So I'm going to go straight into the jet mode now. It's not really a jet, it's more of a kind of, I don't know, it looks more like a flagship or something like that. It's pretty cool actually. It's like, it is kind of, it's a hard one to kind of turn around and make a decision on, because to a degree it seems like an afterthought, but it actually looks like a really good afterthought. It's just really cool looking and kind of imposing looking, and there you go. Like, you can see the size of him there when it's fully extended. Like this makes the Revenge of the Fallen jet look just like it was done by some blind kid somewhere. This is just so much cooler. Really, really big, really, really weighty, just really cool looking, well balanced. And he's when you fold out the tail over to become the front of the jet, it exposes wheels that it can kind of run on. It's just really, really wicked looking. No real kind of new colours have been added, because what you see is what you get. You know, it just sort of, it's about moving things around, and as opposed to like folding things away so that they're kind of hidden from the eye. But it's just a really, really badass looking toy. Like, it's long, and it does have the feel of an attack kind of ship or something like that. It's just really, 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 really kick-ass. And that's kind of it. Okay, so we'll put him into his robot mode now. And there is your Energon Scorponok. Like, as you can see from the kind of scale of him there, he's pretty big. The purple that was hidden before by the tail in the other modes is now brought to the foreground, so you get the Decepticon tempo stands out more, and there's some purple there on the kind of groin area. And he's just really, really threatening looking. It really suits him to look like this. It's one of the better updates we've had over the last kind of few years. I actually use this figure in my Universe line as Scorponok just because it's just such a great figure. And I'm surprised that Hasbro haven't turned to this one and redone it in the G1 colours for the toy line, because it just makes so much sense. The detailing really, really stands out, particularly in this mold, because of how everything is kind of put together. There's almost a kind of a H.R. Geiger kind of quality to it. Lots of spines and lots of kind of peaks and points and things like that. On the head he actually has a visor like in G1, and the visor can flip up to expose his face, which is again, that's a nod to the G1 version, the G1 toy. And it's just really, really cool. Opening the fists exposes these missile launchers, which have solid black missiles in them, just in there, but you can conceal them pretty well anyway. As you can hear, everything's a ratchet joint, so like the chances of this guy falling apart or becoming loose over time, it's highly unlikely. I've had this for years, and I've never had a problem with him. He's even got a really good centre balance, considering he's got a big heavy tail sticking out the back. And if I'm correct, that tail actually has batteries in it for, or it's supposed to have batteries in it anyway. I'm not sure if mine still does. But he's just really, really cool, and you can actually do a fairly good amount of posing. Although he doesn't seem, there we go. You can get some like kind of neat poses out of him anyway. He's got little features as well. I mean, like, he's got a lot of pistons and things like that. A lot of the see-through plastic is amazing. It's really cool looking. He's got these cannons on his thighs, which I think the G1 version did as well. Cannons up top, the claws with the missiles, and these kind of blades sticking out. He's just too cool not to rule. I mean, everyone should have him in his collection, you know. I was dying to do a review of him just because he's so bleeding good, you know. He gets a 5 out of 5. I think he's perfect. He's completely flawless for me. I can't pick out anything wrong with him. The design, the transformation, each mode is really good. He's got a great look to him. Proper looks like a Decepticon, and it's a great nod to the original version as well. They haven't done a Scorponok since G1, or after that, is as good as this. I actually prefer this to the G1 version. But yeah, top marks, 5 out of 5. Okay, thanks, bye.